I think the first thing that comes up is just the improvement in so many ways, and how proud I am for a lot of the guys in the room, and especially the young guys, honestly, to see their development, their attitude evolving, and kind of the way that we need to go moving forward. And it's just natural progression, but that needs to happen at some point. Even Simon coming up, honestly, and looking like he's, for the most part, played the whole year. And I'm sure on the outside you can say why not sooner, but at the same time I think all the steps that he's done before, throughout the year or last year, prepared him to be more ready for this moment.
What needs to happen for this team to take the next step?
I mean, I thought we were right there. I think in March was a very disappointing month, but I think you have to look back a little bit sooner and felt like we grabbed it at certain times of the year, but we have to be a little bit more consistent of our team game. And we talked about team aspect, being selfless, team game, all that stuff, all the good words. Later part of the season, I think those words, I hope they come back a little bit sooner next year. I hope they come from the start. And we have to understand every point matter, like literally it does. And yeah, I think that's also the exciting part. Talking with Newsy earlier, I guess I mentioned something last year to him that he remembered, and I told him something like, teams don't really improve, let's say like 20 points in a year, and I think we improved maybe 11 from last year that he was mentioning. And he just remembered how I was trying to win, even like pushing to win games even last year, late when we were done, all that stuff, and that was kind of the reason. And I believe the same next year. Like, I don't think it gets easier from here. I think it gets harder, honestly. It really does. You got teams that are on the outside right now, that are young, that are promising, really good teams that were, so to speak, supposed to be ahead of us last year when we were talking at this point. And not that I disagreed, but I did, I guess, to a point last year when we talked. And yeah, I think they'll be right back in the picture trying to push us. No, I like it here. I think it's a pretty special place. Just like in my message yesterday, it's this building was the best this year. Every single comeback we had there was a reason why we had them, and we just kind of felt their support. The fans were incredible. The city in general, I think for me, my family really enjoyed here, and there's no reason at this point to think about anywhere else, anything else. I hope it works out.
Have your reps talked to Steve and David? I mean, have you guys got the ball rolling?
There's always conversation, but this is something I think that I really respect the organization. I respect Steve, and that's kind of all I'm going to say for now, yeah.
You've grown into a leadership role over your career. How have you seen maybe some of the younger guys here kind of take that step this season?
No, it's awesome. You can, I mean, letters or any of that stuff doesn't matter if you're going to be a leader or not. And I think you see the way Mo and Ray especially evolved over the years. Young players, I mean, there's no one like him. The way he blocks shots, his attitude going into every game, physical, wanting those matchups night after night. And honestly, some of the blocks, like, fans don't realize, but he'll do it when we're up 4-1 with a minute left. And maybe some fans would say, well, maybe don't do that and break a foot or something at this point, but that's just him. He's all in, he's always invested, doesn't go away from any of that stuff. And then Razor, when the games got bigger, he got better every single night, and that's what you want to see from guys. Can you elevate your game at the right time? And I think even on a personal level, a little bit of a tougher start, I would say, just kind of different power play units to start. I've been on the half wall for most part of my last 5 years, starting up front, kind of bounce around different spots, and I was glad that I was able to elevate my game in the latter part of the season. And again, I think a lot of guys did that. It was great to see.
David, you expressed concern during the winning streak that you didn't really like the way you guys were playing, and then came that skid. What did you see during the losing skid? Because you just said every point matters, and that one, it's hard not to look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was not. There's not many guys saying the same thing as me, I would say at the time, but I felt like even during the 6th game, we were trying to outscore our problem too much, our problems, our mistakes. And there are mistakes every game. I'm not saying there isn't, but just valuing every single puck, and we saw it how important they were. Every single mistake were bigger at the end of the year, but they are the same throughout the whole year. It's just sometimes you're able to move on a little bit quicker, but I do think that's the mentality that we, I think, in my opinion, have to have a little bit sooner. And it wears on guys. Like, it's hard to play 82 games and be extremely physical, fully invested in the team aspect. I think when you're young too, like you think when you do that, you give away some offense, you give away other things, but hey, that's what it takes sometimes to be a winning team too. And I actually don't believe that I said that about Razor about last game. I look at him like he plays the right way all the time, and he was able to elevate through that, playing the right way, scoring more, and didn't give up anything the other way.
David, do you think Derek and the coaching staff kind of grew from last season to this season too? I mean,
Yeah.
the experience and all that?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone did. I think it's pretty incredible. Just the 2 years I've been, I feel like we've made so many steps forward in many regards, and I think Newsy was definitely a lot more comfortable with different things behind the bench. I think our leadership group, we're pushing. We're trying to get better as well, and I felt like our relationship as a whole, the staff, everyone was really good.